Oh God. Hi. How are ya? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the shit show where I look like shit 24/7, 7 days a week. Today, I actually look really cute. Surprise! Anyway, I'm wearing my glasses because my eyes hurt and I don't know why. So I just put my glasses on and they seem to feel better. That means I definitely need to go get my eyes checked, but I'm just too lazy. Alright, anyway. So if you guys have not seen part one is the longest part of my likes and dislikes. Like my go-to favorite products versus the products that I just think are overhyped versus products I just keep in my collection just to keep. I don't like them or dislike them. I mean, these are products I actually dislike, but you know. There's one product in here is kind of like, okay, I don't like it, but I still use it because it's cute type vibe. You'll get there. But yeah, I wanted to kind of show you guys all the products that I have so you guys can kind of learn about my likes and dislikes of the beauty community. I don't really plan on buying a lot of makeup, so we don't do a lot of makeup reviews on my channel, and nor do we do a lot of favorites. So if you guys are like interested in my favorites, watch part one. If you're like all about the negative side, here you go. Well, it's not really negative, but so the first couple of products, you guys, I'm gonna be talking about are products that I just feel like are overhyped and I just don't see the hype. Like I wear them, I'm using them, I'm just okay. They're just basically the eye products. Like they're not products that I would not. They're not products I would say I can live. I need, but I can also. They're in between. Like they're good, but I don't need them type vibe. There you go. I didn't couldn't figure out how to fucking word that. But yeah, they're just alright products. Like once they're gone, they're gone. There's no need for me to repurchase them because there's other products that I can use in place of that. Especially with the high price tags of these, because a lot of my collection is very what I want to say bougie at the moment. Just because I decluttered my collection at the last year, got rid of all the products of from like 2020 and 20 something around there because I've been holding on to powders and stuff for a while. And I decluttered a lot of my makeup collection just because I wasn't using it. Okay, mask mandates, and I wasn't wearing makeup before the mask mandate, so it was just shit sitting here in my collection, you know. I kept the best of the best and things that I would use and the things that I just, me, they serve a purpose, I guess. So anyway, let's go in with the most overhyped product in the beauty community for me, at least, is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Girl, yes, my skin looks good. My makeup looks good. I ain't gonna lie, it looks cute. My makeup banging. I preferred the liquid version, which I also had, but I got rid of because I don't know why I bought both of them. But I didn't want to pass this one on because my finger's been in it, so I ended up giving the liquid one to my friend because this is just not sanitary to pass on to somebody at this point. I like it, but not enough to repurchase it. Okay, even the liquid version, I like it, but not enough to repurchase it. Give me a dupe. Give me something cheaper. Give me something worth, I don't know, worth the while. I mean, if I wore makeup more often and I just needed it in my life, yes, I would repurchase it. But for me, since I really don't wear makeup that often, this would be expired before I even get a chance to finish even hit a dent in it. So for me, like it's nice. It does its job. Like it's a silk canvas. Like girl, your makeup sits on there very, very nicely. But I still feel like it's just overhyped for what it was. Okay, it's like a poor putty primer. Like okay, woo, you know. And I was like, the elf one's not as good as the original. Nothing's gonna be as good as the original, but hell, fucking cheap. It's like $9. I don't feel as bad wasting $9 versus $62 or $60 or however fuck much. 58. Well, 50. It's $58. So $60 basically taxes. Ugh. You know, this was honestly the biggest waste of money in my collection. Like like girl, this is the biggest gimmick of my life right here. I mean, the makeup looks good. Yeah, it does its job, but I'm not spending $58 every time I want my makeup to look. I mean, they got better. They got drugstore primers that are just as good. I'm out, bro. That's one of the ones that I like it, but I just no, it's not. Still not worth the price tag. Sephora VIB sale. It's the only time I would actually probably buy that. If that. Alright, so this next thing has been going around for years, yada yada yada. I have it in a stick form. I have it in a pot form. It's actually in a bucket, but yeah. This is a NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm wearing it today in the under eyes mixed with the one size. I actually used to just spot conceal some of my acne. I don't understand the hype behind it. It feels like I can go to the drugstore and use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and get the same results. I'm just being honest. I don't understand the hype behind it. Like for $30 for $30 concealer that really just does not tickle my fanny. Like it really just does not do much. Okay, I just, it's a concealer. The only concealer, this one I like it because it looks, my under eyes don't look as cakey, or it doesn't look as dry. It doesn't stick in my fine lines. This just didn't do anything that the Maybelline Instant Wine, Instant Age Rewind couldn't do, and it's like $40 cheaper. It's like $5 at Maybelline's, like what, $4 or $5, $30, yeah. I would stick to Maybelline. Sorry, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Okay, so this next thing is a little depressing at the same point in time. At the same point in time, like, it's a really good product. I'm a little over, I was over the hype. It's like a teeter-totter situation. This is the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. You know, Becca's no longer a brand, but Smashbox picked it up. Their go-to favorite products or situations or whatever. I forgot what the article said. But Smashbox picked up a couple of the Becca products, and Champagne Pop was one of the products that they picked up because it's, I guess, their best seller. I am literally over Champagne Pop. I'm actually wearing it right now because this is actually the only highlighter that I have in my collection. I got rid of my other highlighter just because it was like not a shade that I was like crazy about. This one, and I'm not crazy about, but I like it as an inner tear dub. That's at the most. But since I didn't have a highlight for this look, I didn't even bought a highlighter. Since this is the only highlighter that I have, I'm just gonna use it, but it's still, for me, overhyped. Like, I think Jaclyn Hill did a very good job with it. Like, it's obviously one of the most unique shades in the beauty community. It hit, obviously, major headlines and stuff, but I don't know. I'm just, Maybelline has some pretty good ones, too, for a lot cheaper. Well, just saying. Milani has some good highlighters. Their strobe lighters are cute. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Ugh. I make the most ugliest faces when I want to sneeze. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is just over. Oh, Becca's highlighters are just overhyped at the most. But that's just me, okay? That's just me. I wasn't like a diehard Becca fan anyway, so. Whew. All right, so here's our basically bad bin situation. They're not bad products. They're just products I hold on to because they serve a purpose, but I don't really care for the formula. These are, yeah, that's basically what this is. So the first one hurts my heart because I kind of spent quite a bit of pennies on these. Most of these are Give Me Glow shadows. Like, these swatch amazing. I've heard very amazing things about them. Like, girl, let me swatch them for you. Whoo, girl, pretty, right? Pretty damn amazing. Let me swatch this blue. My issue with these and why I put them in the okay, they don't really work for me bin is because when I go to put them on my eye, if I'm not using like a base or something for them to stick to, they just kind of poof away. Like, the formula is so thin, it doesn't stay where I want it to stay, and it just kind of fades out really, really fast. So the swatch is just, for me, basically doesn't transfer to the eye as I would want it. Because this is just swatching. But if I want it to look like this, I had to spray my brush or I had to put on the glitter glue for it not to transfer and all that. For me, the formula is just a little bit tad bit too thin. And then I normally don't pay attention to the formulas on eyeshadows. I try to make everything work just because, one, everything has its purpose and people put, okay, some brands put in a lot of work to get their stuff. Some brands are just copycats. I don't mind because I'm cheap too sometimes. But I don't want my eyeshadow that looks like it's going to be one way go in a different direction because it's just a super thin formula. These are also super powdery, which is not a big issue because I'd rather have a mess and know that they're going to work versus just having a mess and they not work. I mean, they are definitely workable. You can definitely work with them. It just takes, for me, it takes a little bit of extraness to do it, extra help, which is not always a bad thing, you know. Sometimes it has its perks because if you spray your brush, it gives a better effect anyway. Versus putting it on a dry base. If you put it on a wet base or a sticky base, it holds on to the pigment a lot longer. But sometimes you don't have time for that. You just want, but for me, like, that's the only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't last on my lid without the extra help. Basically, it doesn't last on me. So the next thing, you guys, I don't care for a lot, formula wise, is the Jaclyn Hill Holiday Lipstick Collection. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it now. I did just purchase 3 other lipsticks from Jaclyn Hill. I heard that her actual lipstick form, not the holiday lipstick formula, but the actual lipstick formula is better than the holiday formula. So I wanted to try the actual lipsticks, and they're like, why did you get 3? Because I could decide what color I wanted. So I got all 3. I'm down for a good nude lip anyway, so we'll see. If they're not as dry as the Sahara Desert or worse than the donkey's asshole, than these, okay? I'm actually wearing these 2 together on my lips, mixed together. I have stocking and flannel. Stocking on the outer part, flannel on the inner part. And then I put a clear gloss on it because my lips are just already dry. So putting more dry products on top of this was the worst option of my life. But y'all, these are really, really dry. Like, I haven't had a liquid lipstick that dry, and I wouldn't necessarily say uncomfortable. It's only really uncomfortable if your lips are just already like the Sahara Desert dry. And if your lips are cracked, I definitely don't recommend wearing these because, yeah, that's a disaster waiting to happen, okay? It is what it is. But yeah, these are just dry. I don't necessarily say they're bad. I keep them because I enjoy the colors. I keep them because I like the way they look. I just don't like the way they feel. Okay? Not my favorite formula. But I'll make it work. I'll make it do what it do, boo. Alright, so another product that I'm just like, I like it, but ooh. Okay. So I've never been a pigment girl, but I've always wanted pigments. But oh my god. Nobody told me you can get pigments so thin that as soon as you open it, just disappears. Like, girl. Okay, I got the Give Me Glow Vault collection. I got some of them. I got rid of most of them because there were some really dark shades that didn't look really good on me. But I bought some pigments from Nakia Joy Cosmetics. First time shopping from Nakia Joy. I bought 6. I only have 2. I mix and match, honey. I mixed them together because they were basically, they didn't look that much different on my collection, so I just mixed them together. I was here like, I literally just bought 4 of the same damn shades. Whew. I mean, they have like a slight difference in them, but not enough of a difference. And the only reason I put them in the bad bin is because they're so thin. It just flies everywhere. I have glitter bukkake flying around. Like Tinky Butt just took a giant turd and just like had loose diarrhea of glitter all over the damn room. Yeah, these are just like super thin pigments, and I'm just not a huge fan. Definitely spray your brush. Definitely use a base because, yeah, they don't stay very well. Pretty colors though. I won't say they're bad. I can't tell you what color this is because it's 3 different ones mixed together. I did that. You can't even see it. But yeah, it's pretty. It's gold, obviously, but no. Kind of see it. It does look really gorgeous on the eye. That's the, if it wasn't cute on the eye, if I did not enjoy the color, I would not have kept it. But it's very fucking messy. I don't even remember what these. I don't even think these came with stoppers. They probably did. I probably threw them in the trash. I don't remember if they did or not. But yeah, that's just a freaking messy product itself. So the next thing, you guys, is the NARS Concealer Pot. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, everybody's like, the coverage. I'm like, okay, yeah, the coverage. Ugh, I don't like it. The only thing I use it for now is to clean up my brows. And even then, I still don't like it. But I refuse to buy the MAC one at the moment because I have this one. Even though if I got the MAC one, I can just get rid of this one. But yeah, it's still a way. See the way it goes. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't care for the texture. I don't care for the way it looks. I just feel like it's just a little bit. If I had to pick a better option, I think this one's a little bit better because it's not as thick, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't see the purpose of having both of them. I mean, obviously this one's a little bit thicker than that one, but it's definitely not worth the price that I paid because I can find something that does a lot better job of covering and stuff. Because even if, like, everybody's like, it's so much full coverage, girl, it does not cover my baby hairs and my brows. Like, okay. I mean, obviously you can't cover your hairs, but, like, I don't know. I just, So the next thing, you guys, is an eyeliner. I am so mad. I was going in expecting to love this eyeliner because I love the person behind it, and he's just very inspirational. What the fuck is the word? He's very inspirational, and he actually opened up my eyes to more of the men in makeup thing. He's actually the first man I've seen wear makeup. So I'm like, boys wear makeup. Like, he kind of opened my eyes to a whole new world, and I ain't even mad at it. Like, I opened up my eyes to drags, and like, I'm not even mad at it. One size, Point Made Bodacious Black Eyeliner. This was a huge disappointment. Something's in my eye. Whew. I have a feeling it's a piece of cat hair, but I don't feel like trying to dig it out. Ooh, but yeah, anyway, sorry. This eyeliner is so not as creamy as people make it seem. Not as black as he made it seem. Like, at some point, though, I feel like he was comparing it to, like, I think the Rare Beauty one, and he said his was a lot blacker, but honey, I'm sorry, Patrick Ta got this one beat. Even though his is a gel and this one's a... I don't know. He said both. They're both say his is a gel too, but the Patrick Ta one is a retractable one. Even though the Patrick Ta one has a softer formula, the Patrick Ta one glides on way better. It's a lot more. I don't think the word's emollient. The Patrick Ta one is a lot more easier to use, not just because it's retractable. It just, the formula itself is just glides on, and it's not as hard to get product to build up. Like, this is not super black. as you know people make it seem. It's not the blackest eyeliner I've ever tried. I'm like, okay, well, that was a waste of $20 because $20 for an eyeliner, bitch, like you would have blown me away, and I was definitely disappointed. So I did purchase another eyeliner. Back to my drugstore options because if I want to put in work, I'd rather just use a fucking cheap eyeliner that I can just go repurchase whenever and not have to worry about spending $20 on. I haven't repurchased the Patrick Ta one just because I'm trying to pay off my credit card bill first. Then I'm gonna go back to Sephora and pick up a couple of products. But until then, yeah. So talking about Patrick Ta, yeah, the next product that I'm just like, okay, well, I don't understand. I'm not crazy about the formula. Okay, everybody's like going crazy ham on the freaking blush palette that wasn't even that cute. Okay, I'm like, dude, I would only wear one color out of all 6 of those shades, and I don't even use cream products, so fuck off. Like, bro, the amount of chatter that was going about that blush palette. I mean, it's understandable. It was cute, I guess, if you were into that, but it was like overhyped, and then you don't see nobody using it now. I was like, yeah, overhype all this shit, and then y'all even still use this stuff outside of YouTube? I mean, they probably do, but outside of YouTube, but you can't tell people what they do with outside of YouTube. But I'm just like, That's the thing about the beauty community. Like, everybody wants to go new, and then they talk about it for like 1 or 2 days, and they're on to the next product. Like, bitch, no, buddy. If we like something, we gonna continuously use it. I don't care if y'all tired of seeing it. That's what I got, because I don't even have a big collection to be trying to bounce back and forth between 500 products. Like, no, ma'am. But yeah, this is the Patrick Ta blush, and the only reason I'm not getting rid of it, but it's not my favorite formula, is I feel like I really had to like go into this color because I bought the wrong damn shade. It's my fault. I bought the wrong shade, but even the formula though, I feel like it's pressed a little too hard and it doesn't really give off its full ability without me like having to really dig in it and go ham. I mean, it's a really pretty color. I don't know if y'all can see that. Probably freaking not, because I can barely see that. I mean, it's a tad bit too light. Like, I use it very, very lightly. It's kind of like the shade I'm wearing right today, but I'm not actually wearing the shade today. I'm actually wearing a ColourPop blush. I don't even know what the hell I did with it, but it's a ColourPop blush. But yeah, she's just not my favorite formula blush. I feel like she's a little too hard to use. She pressed a little too hard and got a 500 freaking times. I want to get a different shade in this one and then maybe pass that one on. I want the Marjorie Tone blush, but we'll see. I don't. $32 for a blush. I cannot. So the last product that I have that I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm still debating on if I want to get rid of it or put it or keep it or not, because is the Fenty powder, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Powder. I don't like this. Okay, I don't like it. My face looks dry. My under eyes look dry. My concealer just like breaks apart. Like, as soon as no. My concealer, it just does not sit good on top of my concealer. It doesn't sit good on my face. Like, it just does not look good on me at all. Like, I just cannot get it to work unless I dust it like really lightly, like literally top off my brush like 5 times and dust what little product is left on the brush on there. Other than that, like, I just this is work to get it to look good on my skin. I mix it with the Huda Beauty one, wherever the hell that one is. I mix it with this one to get my under eyes to look good. I'm actually going to make sure of it today too. But no, ma'am. Like, I kind of want to start a declutter bin and save up the products that I want to declutter, but I haven't got that far yet. Like, I think I'm going to, because there's really no point in me holding on to this anyway if I have this one and I like this one better than I like this one. The only thing about it is they both have a fragrance. I like the fragrance of this one better than I like this one, but still, fragrances don't bother my skin, y'all. Like, just note. But yeah, I just don't like the way this sits on my makeup. I don't like the way it sits on my skin. I think I'm going to. This is going to be my declutter bin. Like, I'm going to start it. I'm not going to film it till like later on in the year, I guess. But one product in. But yeah, so those are my products I'm just not too crazy about. They're not bad. I mean, they work, they get the job done situation. They're just not my favorite go-to products. They're just products that they're basically products I can live without. Okay. I'm gonna throw in one more product, y'all. This is from Rare Beauty. This is not that bad. Like, it definitely does its job of a pore, what do you call? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm old. I can't see. Pore diffusing primer. Like, pore diffusing primer. It's an airless pump, which I like. Like, you don't, it doesn't take a lot to pump, but if you try the Wet n Wild instant base, I forgot what it's called, Impossible Base, this is it. If you've tried the Baby Skin instant pore eraser, this is it. Like, it's just not as silicone as the instant pore eraser. Yeah, but you can get this option in the drugstore option. It's the little 19 or whatever dollars I paid for this, $5. It's nothing to write home about. Which, I mean, it's good, but it's one of those what did I purchase moments. I like it, but not enough to repurchase it moment type of vibe. Okay, so there you go, guys. That is basically, I talked about my whole collection right there. I have other pigments and stuff I didn't talk about, but they're just pigments. I don't really use the other ones. They're just kind of here for decoration purposes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, give it a huge thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. Yeah, I'm gonna put all my stuff up now because I just cleaned my desk off just to dirty it back up again. Bye.